Spike planted.
For you.
Neutralized.
Without pulling them in.
One enemy remaining.
Revealing area. Reloading.
Clutch.
Placing sentry. Placing alarm bot.
Enemy spotted A.
Spike planted.
Shock dart. Reload. Enemy spotted A.
Enemy punch.
Last player standing.
Turret out. Revealing area.
Wall raised. Many enemies B.
Deploying drone.
Turret destroyed.
Boom! My ult's ready.
Reyna killed.
You are divided.
Reload.
You dead. Blocking vision.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
You really expect them to work?
Placing sentry. Alarm bot out. Barrier created.
Well divided.
Enemy bot out.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted.
Reloading.
Just had some technical difficulties there with the mic. Just in case if we did,
Found
this
them.
is Blue Springs North Junior Varsity Team 2, Blue Springs South Junior Varsity Team 2. I am Remy Does Things, and I'm joined here by
Autobionics.
And Bunny Cat 210.
So I may have assumed that the in-game audio level was indeed our voice level. It was not, and manually the microphone was muted. We've just been here talking the entire time.
I thought it was suspicious that was, not going, but whoopsie.
Things happen. Either
Accidents
or.
do happen.
We are currently tied. Something that we've noticed so far is that Toasted Oreo is one of the better players for the junior varsity team, and hopefully they're playing Protect the President with her.
That's definitely the type of style they're going to need to go, as Toasted Oreo has been getting pretty much the majority of kills. So if they work together as a team as they have been doing, it'll definitely benefit them well. Blue Springs High School South has been doing this sort of strategy where they plant the spike almost immediately and just run for distraction time, which did work in the very first round for them.
Reloading.
So, okay,
Spike
sorry.
down mid.
Ooh.
Oof.
Spike is mid.
It's a quick wipeout.
Player standing.
Shotgun.
It looked like Blue Springs South was sticking together and just going for it.
Yep, indeed.
From the looks of it, Blue Springs High School kind of fanned out, tried to get some different views, maybe find out where the spike is. And South played very aggressively. They pushed almost immediately when they could. And from the looks of it, it definitely just didn't pan out for them because that meant that Blue Springs, most of their players were alone or by themselves and could not deal with 2 or more people.
That should wet.
This is interesting. Is this,
That a
I
wet?
think that's a character. Anyway, sorry.
It is.
That bewildered me to see. It's one of the cooler abilities for a character I've seen.
Aren't they one of the newer characters in the release as well?
I believe so.
Possibly so, yeah. One played by Toasted Oreo. So far, sounds calm.
They're keeping an eye out in different areas.
Spike planted.
Spike Planted, and you can see Fat Cake has eyes on where Blue Springs South is.
Stealing sight.
Definitely. So it's turning into just an all-out fight at this point, as both teams have all 5
want
people
to fight
alive,
it?
and the spike is definitely running low on time.
Yeah. You do need to.
Taken out.
Ooh. Toasted Oreo getting knocked out pretty quickly by Psyche. And it is now just
One enemy remaining.
very likely
ult
that the
is ready.
spike is going to detonate before anyone is ready.
Well,
It
it
is
is a
sounding
3v1
much
currently.
closer. Ooh,
Yeah, but
there's still one, but the spike now.
They definitely don't have time.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
Clutch.
Yeah. They tried at least.
They did their best.
Who we were spectating, we did definitely see him move for the spike and move back. If they had been able to get the spike at that time and not been scared off by the enemy team's players, they definitely would have been fine. Or at least they would have had a better shot. But it just did not pan out that way.
Yeah. We can also, looking at the credits, we can see that Blue Springs North has a significant less amount of credits than Blue Springs South. But we also did earlier in the game see some trading going on.
Scanning ahead.
Obscuring vision.
Alright.
So,
We can see Toasted Oreo is
Spike down
immediately got
A.
some action.
She seems to have a nose for it.
They're definitely playing a lot more cautiously at this point. They did split up from what it looks into a group. They split up into 2 groups of 2 and one off by themselves, but now the
You will not
3
spike
others
down
definitely
mid.
are splitting up a lot more. So there's a group of 2 and 3 others fanning out throughout the map, trying to get advantage points, which they did try previously and it did not work.
It is a
Ooh.
2v3 and the
One is quite
Last player standing.
So I may have jinxed it.
How could you?
I wouldn't, but here's the thing. I trust my facts
You jinxed it.
You also may have jinxed it.
I may have jinxed it, but
You gotta watch your words. I was telling them last time.
listen, I can't help but feel prideful in Toasted Oreo. May or may not be because I'm related to them.
Yeah. Anyways, I will admit they do get skill.
Yeah,
But
I should
anyways.
probably not be saying anything.
Yeah,
so
no,
we learned.
they're
Don't
terrible.
learn.
We can't do it.
We learned.
We learned.
Have blind faith.
Blind faith. Alright.
This is
So
why
we
I
can
need
actually.
glasses.
Shh. We can see that South has now spent some of their credits. And, oh god. Everything started.
Enemy
Ooh.
spotted B.
A death not even to just a player, to a player's ability
Spike
starting
planted.
out. The spike is planted, it's now a 4v5, which means they're rushed and have less players. This is not looking good so far.
This is not very good at all. Now the goal is to find that spike and get rid of it. But there are definitely a lot of traps in the way to stop them.
Especially seeing as Oreo just got knocked down.
Ooh.
Reloading.
Now we're left to a 2v4. And the chances are not looking
Looks
very
like
good.
enemy abilities are messing with our own teams.
A 3v2.
The spike
But
But
now,
the spike about to detonate, they don't
Last
have
player
enough
standing.
no matter what. Oof. And we have Cake left alone. It's a
He
loss.
definitely moved back. I just think that he did not want to lose his gun in the end there because he knew it was inevitable that he would die.
Yeah.
So he kind of made an executive decision not to just run in and die for nothing.
Placing sentry.
So when you die, you lose your guns. But if you live, you can keep them.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's an interesting mechanic.
I like that mechanic. I feel like I've seen it before, but I can't remember.
We've seen them stealing other people's guns. That's for certain.
Oh yes, that is one of my favorite mechanics in games, and it's always interesting to do. Eclipse like a machine gun. Interesting to see what they use that for. But they're using it! But their health is now at risk. Ooh.
Going for the reload, the only issue now is
Reloads.
that they dropped an Odin and it's just sitting on the ground
Oh
somewhere.
boy.
That's not exactly how you'd want it to go.
Hopefully one of their teammates picked it up. But
Hopefully.
I'm not hearing it, so
I'm not seeing it either.
One enemy remaining.
So hopefully the enemy team doesn't think about
it's
it.
a 4v1 and they definitely have to go for this fight.
They gotta protect the president.
Yep. Go get it, Oreo.
He'll get it, Mr. President. Ooh. Some last minute kills. For vengeance
From the
for
looks of it, he definitely bit the bullet for his team.
Yeah.
At the very least, they did get that point, making it 3-6
Should
now.
I play some stars in this reality?
Even that big gun was a little bit worth it though. They're up to 10 kills above Oreo.
From what we can see, though, based on these wins, 3 of the wins are from eliminations on Southside. But 3 of them are from detonations, while the 3 wins that Blue Springs High School has are all from defusing the spike.
I didn't realize those
Careful
little
here.
symbols were where the scoreboard was showing exactly how they. That's good to know. Yes.
Ooh. Saw a cat Cake get knocked down.
You are divided.
Oh, we're 3v.
We down 6 years.
Yeah.
update the limits. I did alt tab.
Spike planted.
Okay, I was like, I thought you meant to swap those, and I was like,
They just go to swap down the middle.
Die.
Coming back in the middle of the action, we see
Revealing
the Blue
area.
Spring South is
Hot one.
Yes, individual.
and it is now a 3v3. I was gonna say
Last player
Enemy
standing.
spotted.
Well then,
a lot of things happening right now.
right so. This leaves us now with Blue Springs North having 3 points and Blue Springs South with 7.
Yeah.
Can they turn around is a good question.
They might just
They
be
seem
especially
sentry.
since they haven't reached this turning point. Well, this one
Alarm bot out. Placing swamp
Hopefully
grenade.
the swapping point does leave them with better luck.
Especially because something that I have seen with Blue Springs is that they'll play the game mode that they're least comfortable with first.
definitely, and they haven't reached the switch yet, so if they can reach the switch and they're confident, they may be able to bring this back. Because there is only a 4-point difference currently, which they definitely can make up. They just don't want that growing much more.
Ooh. Now,
From the looks of it, it may grow a little more.
Last
Oh!
player standing.
turned around and got hit.
Well, hey!
Being left with
Headshot.
only a pistol is quite... It's not what you want. And it seems
One,
like...
especially when you're walking straight into the
Spike
enemy.
planted.
Taking
But-
out 2 of 5 though.
Oh,
That
was a
very
good try.
That was
They
very
did get some.
good
Last
job
round
on Nuggets
before the
end of
switch.
that.
So, it would take a significant amount. We'd have to win 6 more rounds if Blue Springs North wanted to get an advantage on Blue Springs South. But we'll definitely see in the next match.
Right there.
Especially since this is the last round before the swap.
Yes. We'll see. Can they clutch it for one last round, or will it go to Blue Springs South?
Barrier
Do you
created.
think if I root for Blue Springs
Revealing
South,
area.
would jinx them?
I wouldn't try it.
Blocking vision. Concealment.
I'll be the devil's
devil's
advocate
advocate.
here.
Devil's advocate.
I
Alright.
also
Planted.
don't know how Oreo would feel knowing that I
Pulling them in.
Defeated.
Reloading.
I would tell them. I think it would be funny. No, I'm kidding.
I don't need to know.
I don't need to know.
They
Anyways. So. Ooh. So.
See that they're sticking together?
It is a 4
Flashbang.
currently, so they could be. They could be. Sorry, Blue Springs South could definitely.
Can't use
win
that
this.
yet.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's who I want to win this.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
entirely.
Last player
that's working.
standing.
I don't think that idea works.
They just put 2 people straight into that line of fire.
With the spike exploding for one last round. No final kill before it either. What a shame.
So it did kill Blue Springs South's 4
Switching
members,
sides.
So.
Yeah, that is a positive. So now we have switched sides. Let's see. With Oreo carrying the
spike. Which honestly is probably a smart move, thinking about it.
There's now a difference of 6 points, meaning that Blue Springs South only needs 4 to win this match.
So we will have to hope that Blue Springs North
Right
can turn
there.
this around.
Yeah, kick it into gear.
Right here.
It's a very interesting map to look at.
It is. Seeing them,
Let's
floating
see now.
specifically.
I'm only giving her the scores just because this is such an interesting move the character can do.
Right there.
It is very well designed, I do have to say.
Very pretty.
Everyone seems to have a pistol, now that I look at it, which, again, is a very interesting move to do.
I mean, well, at least they're not mainly walking around with their knives out, toasted.
Shock dart. Right
Yeah,
here.
Blue Springs High School South definitely seems to be playing extremely aggressive
Not ready.
because they're not wanting them
Right
to
here.
plant that spike and have what they were doing previously to North happen to them.
We are left with a 3v3. the spike planted and Blue Springs North furiously defending it.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
No, there's
We
one
got one
player
more player
left.
standing, and we just have to hope that they don't reach the spike.
We just have to hope it is not reached in time.
There's definitely an attempt that can be made to hold for time, but it's highly unlikely when there's that many of them and they're playing extremely aggressively as they have been.
I believe it's also in part with having just pistols. It's an interesting move. I understand they did have to build up their credits though. And so now they're upgrading their pistols and hopefully this works out well, but pistols aren't always the best move. Oh, Oreo and Nugget.
Looks as if the pistols have been swapped out.
They've been swapped out. A very big debating move. Whether you want to save money or get a better weapon.
Because Blue Springs South only needs 3 more points, and there is currently a difference of
Revealing area.
7, they are really going to pick it up, so I can definitely see why they're going for better guns. If they can leverage even 1 round and keep it up, I mean, they could definitely get it and close that gap.
Placing a light. Enemy spotted.
Reloading.
A. Down. Just swat. Need that back. Taking that back.
Ooh, we're left to 3v3.
One enemy remaining.
3v1.
Nicely done.
So they are definitely going to try to leverage it at this point because they are doing very well. But the issue is that the remaining player who is playing KO on their side, named Cowjuice, is their most aggressive player.
Yes.
It seems that it didn't really make a difference though,
Yeah.
because numbers can really be the deciding outcome.
I should place some astral stars in
Sacramain, I
this reality.
believe, and
Right
Cowjuice
there.
are the 2 highest. Sacramain actually having 15 over 12. But so far, this is hopefully a match we can turn around. The other team still only needs to win 4 more, and Blue Springs North needs a handful
About
more,
there.
but well, it's always possible.
They did close that gap, so there is now a 6 difference, or at least they closed it a little bit. They've still got a long way to go for sure.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Recovering
if
it.
they're wanting to do
Blocking
anything, they
vision.
gotta keep things up in gear.
They're still relatively grouped as they make way to a
Gone.
point to plant the spike. They're definitely on edge. We have a 5v3 as they bait them out to
Scanning
fight.
ahead.
Definitely, Blue Springs now has the advantage, so if they keep that up, they could definitely, I mean, at least close the gap. They could
One
win.
enemy remaining. Flawless.
That
Ooh.
almost, with Goat walking into Cow Juice, that could have gone terribly wrong since he was walking into the enemy's line of fire.
I just realized
Took them good by surprise.
her name is Goat
Need a
and their
drop.
name is Cow Juice. Is this
Gun here.
Barnyard? Are we having battles going on?
Having
Yes,
barnyard battles.
I vote for the chicken.
So we can see we got some bigger weapons now and some alright credit
Alarm
scores. Both sides having, decent.
Oh,
Need
Ooh.
that back. Recovering
looks like
it.
we got lips back on the
Inside.
audit.
Yes.
Reload right there.
Attack at spawn. Dirty move, but it's a 5v4, and we'll see how this turns out.
So
Let's
like we
see.
predicted, we can definitely see that they ended up second round after the switch,
Reloading.
or technically just after the switch. I don't know why I said second round. But they did end up playing a game mode they're more
Take them
comfortable
out.
with. They are able to pretty much
One
predict
enemy
everything
remaining.
that South is doing, which is mainly hiding behind corners to try and get an angle.
The spike is replanted with 1 enemy left on the other team. This will have to bait out the enemy as, well,
As a 5v1 with a time crunch.
They did get a kill, making this a 4v1.
now we'll see if they can get the other 4. They'll have to get rid of Oreo and Nugget to get to that spike.
I would also be worried about Eclipse, seeing as they're the one with the machine gun.
Very much.
But seems as if Oreo is the one that they should have been watching out for.
Definitely.
That one's been going without saying, though.
Yeah.
You always have to watch for the leaderboard's top killer on either team.
Oh yeah, entirely.
Cow Juice has been passed on top of it.
Oh man, thrown and taken. Dethroned. So we're seeing some more possibility regaining a foot back into the area.
Especially since that gap is now closing between the two teams. Blue
Covering
Springs
it. Taking that back.
just needing 4 more points to the south.
Eclipse still has that big old machine gun, so we'll see how more they're gonna destroy with it.
Definitely. The Odin is known for being probably the most dangerous game of gun, being as it is just straight a machine gun with 100 ammo, which means, yeah, you take a few headshots, maybe 2 headshots and some body shots with
Right
that,
here.
or less,
Pulling them in.
you're dead very quickly.
We have the spike planted with a 3v3.
Obscuring vision.
Honestly, I'm scared to see Mario with it.
Oh no.
Cow Juice now probably able to get the Odin.
Now it's a risk. We have
Shot down.
Goat getting a kill, making this a 2v2, and Blue Springs
Last player
has the
standing.
advantage.
1 enemy remaining.
1v1 and the spike is about to blow. Oh no.
Oreo getting spiked by.
Oh.
He
Whole
just may be
team
able to
wiped
get
out,
this.
but can he save them?
Nope.
Maybe? Nope.
Oh, damn.
Wow. That was definitely
That
a clutch on their
close.
side.
A massive clutch.
That was quite the match.
That was definitely very impressive.
Ooh, and this leaves this to Blue Springs South, who needed only 2 matches now.
Why did that sound Scottish? You said cave. I'm sorry. I only
Lucky
know.
secretly Scotch.
I only know what I heard.
Oh my gosh, I had such a problem the other day with something like that, but
Well divided.
I'm not going to talk of it, but it
I
was.
can't talk.
Fire in the hole.
A bit too.
Who doesn't
Enemy
sometimes?
spotted B.
But our job here is to do nothing but
down,
talk,
B.
so.
Blue Springs South coming in
Reloading.
nasty.
Currently it's a 2v4, but they do still have that Odin. So it's not reloaded. They only had 25 ammo. They looked away and got shot almost immediately.
It is.
I
one
don't
more
think
point
they
needed
took
for
that
Blue
Odin.
Springs South.
Match point.
You're left at match point. Have to see. This Burrito does have 20 kills, more than the other team. But
Yeah.
they
Blue
won
Springs
by.
South only needs 1, so.
Exactly.
And they have a 6-point difference to close. So pretty much Blue Springs has
Right
to
here.
win
Right here.
7 in a row.
Going astral, guys.
North. We can just say north or south, I suppose.
That way.
Both.
Some people
rough
get mad if we say north, though.
Taking that back.
I don't know
Ow.
why it could be.
School pride or something?
I don't know, but if one's south, the other should be north.
Ah. Anyways, so we'll see.
Enemy spotted. Mid.
We got some action
Right
going.
out the gate, not looking very
Enemy
good.
spotted mid.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. And
Concealment.
teammate Nugget is low on health.
Destroyed.
But
also
they are
seeing
healing.
how Nugget is a healer.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Pairing with the Riz getting
Defenders
2 kills
win.
for sick of.
It's
Ah.
very quick defeat there. The
Complete
point
wipeout.
goes to Blue Springs High School South Junior Varsity.